Hello everyone, welcome to Cherry Clips. Today I'll be sharing a movie named You Are Not Alone. In this cruel world, if you remain single after 28 years old, you're requested to pay a singles tax. Arthur is facing such a dilemma. He's about to turn 28. Even when he is robbed, he doesn't have any friends or relatives to call for help. What's more, he was fired a few days before his birthday. He's not only single, but also broke. On his birthday, he prepares a simple cake for himself. A girl named Paige knocks on his door. Arthur shuts her out at first because he takes her as a tax recorder or an insurance seller. Paige explains that she's a single insurer. She's here because his parents bought him insurance when he was 8 years old. Although his parents died many years ago, the insurance is still valid. The "You Are Not Alone" insurance makes sure that if Arthur is still single until the age of 28, he can use the transformation ring to make any item in the room become a girlfriend. Paige demonstrates how to use the ring. As long as he wears the ring and throws something on the ground, the object will become a person. Arthur wears the ring, but still doubts the credibility of Paige's words. He is taking a shower when he accidentally drops his soap. Surprisingly, the soap does become a fat girl. Arthur doesn't have much time to recover from the shock because the soap girl has already started to clean his body. He has never been so close to a girl, let alone the fact that he's naked. Arthur feels embarrassed, so he pushes her out of the bathroom. After he finishes his shower, the soap girl has cleaned every corner of his room. She is obsessed with cleaning. Arthur is not satisfied with her figure. He consults Paige on how to take the soap girl back. It's just an accident to bring her out. To reverse the process, he needs to throw the girl on the ground in the same way. Since Arthur can't lift the soap girl, he can use her up. From then on, Arthur does everything possible to soil himself. The soap girl never gets bored of cleaning him over and over again. Finally, the soap girl becomes slim. She's exactly the type Arthur likes. In order to keep her, Arthur stops cleaning himself. He is smelly, but he hides from the soap girl. The soap girl chases after him and swears to catch him. Arthur comes up with a good idea. He bought all kinds of shampoo and went back home. When the soap girl finds out about this, she feels betrayed. Arthur cheats on her and falls in love with the shampoo. The soap girl is hurt. She runs out regardless of the heavy rain. Arthur asks for her forgiveness, but she disappears into bubbles. To commemorate the soap girl, Arthur burns up the soap box. Paige comforts him and shares the tips. The longer an object accompanies him, the more intimate they will be after the object transforms into his girlfriend. After serious consideration, Arthur decides to transform his goldfish. He's taken good care of it for years. Soon, a cute girl who looks like a cartoon character appears. Her introduction says she can only understand Japanese and she loves eating. Arthur claims his ownership and puts his hand on her chest. The goldfish girl slaps him. It turns out the goldfish only have a 7-second memory. She can't remember that Arthur is her boyfriend. She also can't remember if she's eaten or not. The result is, she won't stop eating. Arthur is extremely patient. He watches out for her. Because of the short memory, the goldfish girl constantly forgets about their relationship. If Arthur is touching her when she resets, she will consider him a stranger and punish him. Arthur has to draw his headshot on her arm with the comment, "My boyfriend." In this way, the goldfish girl can immediately recognize him. It's not a total disaster with a 7-second memory. Arthur makes her laugh all night with only one joke. One day, the goldfish girl washes away the headshot by accident. After a while, she doesn't remember why she's in Arthur's house, so she goes out. Arthur looks for her after he wakes up. Finally, he finds her in a food competition. The audience encourages her to keep eating. Arthur intends to drag her home, but she refuses to go with him. The crowd stands up for her. Arthur is afraid that the goldfish girl might explode. So he walks into an alley and comes back with a stool. He fights his way out. After they are back home, Arthur plays the video of their joyous days. It's his luck to be with her, but it's too exhausting to take care of her. The goldfish girl is moved to tears. At least for those 7 seconds, she's full of happiness. Arthur finally turns her back to a goldfish. It's for their own good. Paige is furious. It's her job to find a girlfriend for him. Only after Arthur makes up his mind, she can close the case. But Arthur is so picky. What kind of girlfriend does he like now? Arthur is sick of taking care of a baby. He needs someone independent and sharp. They look at the watermelon knife at the same time. Tada, a cool knife girl, is up. She's cool and quiet. The second job is cutting watermelon for Arthur. Arthur and Paige wonder what her first job is. The knife girl suggests going out for some fresh air. Her fashion outfit and arrogant attitude attract some street bullies. They harass her without her consent. As an upstanding gentleman, Arthur stands up and protects the two ladies. The knife girl thinks highly of his manners, but she can handle the bullies by herself. Like an action movie star, she moves fast and cuts their weapons and clothes to pieces. Although Arthur uses her to cut fruits, she can do much more. The knife girl leads them to a seaside village. She stops in front of a sashimi shop. The shop owner is focused on preparing food. He doesn't notice the knife girl. "Does your knife work for you?" she asks. "Of course, this is the best knife I've ever used," he answers. The knife girl gets angry. "How about the knife you used 18 years ago? You killed all the other bullies and dominated the whole town. Don't you remember that knife?" The shop owner doesn't feel like mentioning the past. He shows her the door. The knife girl later confesses to Arthur. The shop owner is her first owner. She misses him a lot. She doesn't like Arthur. She just used him to see the shop owner. Arthur chooses to help her. He transforms the knife girl back to a knife and leaves her to the shop owner. Arthur is upset because he can't get true love even with the help of the magic ring. He was hurt by a girl, and since then, he didn't have the courage to make any change. Paige is disappointed in him. He gave up so easily and missed so many opportunities just because he's afraid. She really cares about him and encourages him as a friend. Arthur begins to abuse the ring. He parties all night with a coffee bean girl. He cries together with a cactus girl. He even summons a series of matryoshka doll girls. Finally, he decides to settle down with his cell phone. The cell phone girl is familiar with all his habits. She can order his favorite food at lunchtime. She knows when to turn on the smart home system. She can turn Arthur's idea into reality. For those he can't decide, she can make decisions for him. The phone girl arranges a romantic trip to bond together. When they get home, Arthur is exhausted. Before he asks her, the phone girl kisses him gently. It's all because of his browsing history. After Arthur falls asleep, the phone girl turns dark. She wears his transformation ring and brings out her friends. When Arthur wakes up, he is tied to the bed. The phone girl accuses him of overuse. Arthur played with the phone until its battery died. Then he plugged in the power supplies and continued to video game, ignoring the burning enclosure. Arthur took the phone to the bathroom regardless of all the bacteria. He even broke the screen. The phone girl is a million times smarter than Arthur, and she isn't going to be controlled by him. So she transforms Arthur into a robot. Arthur must follow all of her instructions. She even plans to rule all human beings. Paige notices the abnormality, but when she looks for Arthur, she is chased after by the phone girl and her friends. Paige pushes Arthur down to the floor out of panic. She just turned 28, so she wears a transformation ring as well. After she pushes Arthur, he changes from a robot to a human being. Now he is Paige's boyfriend. The phone girl is determined to terminate them. She transforms a dumbbell into a muscle woman. Paige copies her and summons a muscle man. Their fighting is fierce. It's hard to tell who's stronger. Right then, the phone girl's signal indicator is flashing. She's short of battery. Arthur jumps and takes away her charger. The phone girl turns back into a phone because her battery dies. After the crisis, Arthur and Paige enjoy the night view shoulder by shoulder. Arthur confirms with Paige if he's her boyfriend now. Paige denies it. She transformed him only because he needed help. But she agrees to hold hands together. Judging from their sweet smiles, it's not hard to imagine the happiness that awaits. That's all for today's sharing. So if you have a magic ring, what object will you transform?